Joseph Crudup Show, welcome to my show. Today is Tuesday, January the 20th, 2026. Last night's National Championship 2026 is awesome. And by the way, the Indiana Hoosiers had just won the National Championship for the first time since they are going undefeated. They are going undefeated. It was 14-0. And they have been undefeated as national champions. Indiana has just done it. They had done it last night when they beat the Miami in a close game, 27-21, after after pick an intercepting pass when the quarterback of Miami has drew the interception, and it was wild and wild and wild. And boy, I gotta tell you, boy, these Indiana Hoosiers, they look kind of tough. They look kind of great, and they had just won the national championship since winning the basketball to beat Syracuse in the Final Four in 1987. Now, we all know that why I think Indiana Hoosiers did it because they have beaten unbeaten team. They are the unbeaten team in college football in the Big Ten. And last year, Ohio State came as national champions when they beat Notre Dame last year. Now, the second Big Ten team is Indiana. It was the first time that Indiana won the national championship. So here's how it happened so far so fast. I look at this one like it's everything that goes on around. I never see them beaten before. It has happened so far so fast. I'm like, wow. National championship is great. And the college football 2025 season is over. There's none coming back for now when when Indiana beats Miami, and they're having number one in the nation. And it has been a great one. So now let's see what went down last night. Now we're being told now Indiana is a good players. They are a good team in college football. And yes, it has. I mean, everything looking great for Raw so far so fast. But boy, and we all know the Indiana fans are mad. Yeah, we saw the Miami players just threw a punch on the Indiana player. But I'm going to the MSN. Now it says this: Indiana leads final college football NCAA will rank 130 to 136 after national title. Now it says this: Indiana finishing number one in the final USA Today Sports NCAA re-rank 1 through 136 seasons after beating Miami in the college football playoff championship game. The Hoosiers climbed to number one, began at number 24 in the preseason re-rank. Miami finished number two after opening the season ranked number 9. Running out the top 10 at number 3, Mississippi, number 4, Oregon, number 5, Georgia, number 6, Ohio State, number 7, Texas Tech, number 8, Texas A&M, number 9, Notre Dame, and number 10, Brighton Lawn. Now, for all the Indiana fans out there, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong after winning the national championship. And it says this for all the people. So proud of them. Very proud of this Indiana team. Now, it just goes to show you how this players always all about. And just it has been. Now, it went right for the Indiana Hoosiers. That the best team here in the nation. That the best team here in college football. And what did they did? Yes, they had. They just won it. They done it for real. How this team is ever going to say that Indiana is going to win all the time? We ranked 1 to 136 at the national town. I said Golden Hoosiers, and I say yes, it has. But for the Indiana Hoosiers, but hey, you cannot believe what they did for real. They are the number one team in the nation, for sure. They have been so many games. And what did they do? Win the national championship, for sure. Win the national championship. And I say again, it really feels good. It really feels good to be an NL Hoosier. Let's just say, like, what it is and what it is. I think it's better this way. And they did it. Believe that whoever won, whoever might be a good one. It was a good one for real. It was great. It was good. It was fantastic. Now, I want to say congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers and the fantastic season, 14-0. Oh my goodness, it is what it is. Fourth time as national champions. And says this. Now we'll go to CNN for sure. Now it says this. Now, Indiana Hoosiers won the title. The Indiana Hoosiers had gone from college football's laughing start to national championships. The Hoosiers survived Miami 27-21 in the epic college football playoff national title game. Indiana's incredible run, the Hoosiers, long a college football tournament, had won the national championship for the first time in school history. Of course, CNX Charles went 16-0, competing in a program turnaround for the ages. The U least disappointed but proud. Miami was playing on their home turf and was back in the national title picture for the first time in more than 2 decades. The Hurricanes put in an incredible Italian Indiana team that had not been tested in a college football playoff. But one final mistake from cost ended their hopes. So now Miami had put a fight and then they gambled and then they lost. After that, quarterback of Miami, Emily Williams, threw a pick for the final play of the game for Miami. The pass was picked off by Indiana player, and they finally won the game. Indiana finally won the game. Miami lost. Okay, so the Hurricanes they had a heck of a season. They had a heck of a game for real, and something just got about to be right. But hey, it is what it is. But what is happening to the Miami Hurricanes on that last play? That says this: they were down 27-21, about a half of the minute left in the fourth quarter, and it is what it is. They're going downfield and they pick Dean Sampson and they've been forced to turnover. That says this. After almost 2 weeks of hearing about how Miami will get crushed by Indiana, I was pleasantly surprised by how well the Hurricanes played in Monday night's national championship game. Miami's defense was brutal in a good way throughout, putting Heisman winner Fernando Martinez under more pressure than he faced all year, hitting him forcefully at every opportunity, sometimes right on the line of legendary, if not past it. Indiana coach Kurt Sinnett complaining to ESPN's Hollywood about uncalled personal fouls against Miami, and he wasn't wrong, especially with regards to J. Thomas petitioning targeting hit on Mendoza in the fourth quarter. The Miami Rays QB was bleeding from the lip after Thomas helmet smashing to his face, but as was the case most of the night, the flag stayed in the referee's pockets. On the other side of the ball, the Kings' offense was brooding in a bad way throughout the first half, but woke up enough in the second to keep Miami within striking distance. No credit here to the special teams, with especially Gifford in Indiana 10 points with a dunk and a field goal at the end of the first half and a block punt in the third quarter that the Hoosiers recovered in the end zone. As Mendoza's superhuman fourth down touchdown run put Indiana up 10 with 9:18 left. Miami's offensive unleashing its best drive of the season. A game after it pulled off a similar miracle drive to beat Ole Miss in the semifinals. Michelin Tony, perhaps the most explosive player in all college football, finally got space to turn on the afterburners, resulting in a 41-yard reception to move Miami into Indiana territory, and then taking a toss 22 yards for the touchdown, which will end up being Miami's final points of the season. Up 24-21, Indiana Drew Clark on his next drive and kick a potential ending field goal on his previously drive, the one that ended with Mendoza's one. Indiana had covered two fourth downs, but chose to kick a field goal to go up six rather than go for it on 4-4 on the Miami 17 on this final drive, and controversial, controversial, and well, anyway, but hey, so in the end, they play defense, and it is what it is, and it is just a little bit going on. And what went wrong for the what went wrong for the Miami Hurricanes? They are playing for the last every possession they had on every possession, every four downs. They go on downfield and look at what happened. They just threw a pick. They just threw a pick in the interception. That was it for the Miami Hurricanes. And we go to the CBS News. It says this: the Miami Hurricanes came out just short on a long-awaited national championship Monday night at Hard Rock Stadium, falling 27-21 to the Indiana Hoosiers in the college football playoff title game, playing for their first national title since 2001 on their home field. Miami couldn't overcome an opposing Indiana team that completed a historic unbeaten season. The loss ending in a Hurricane season at 13-3 and denying them a championship return more than 2 decades in the making. Indiana, if you will, 15-1 and all, 15 and all, capping one of the most unlikely runs in college football history, delivering the program's first national championship on the Coach Cook Senior, a program with just 13 bowl appearances in more than 130 years before seeing its arrival in 2024. The Hoosiers finished the job on college football's biggest stages. Leading the way was Heisman Trophy-winning quarterback Fernando Mendoza, who effectively composed performances again proved decisively. Mendoza, who grew up within walking distance on the University of Miami campus, continuing a postseason run that saw Indiana overwhelm playoff opponents with precision passing and explosive scoring. Miami's defense echoed by pass Russell, Robin Bella, and Joseph Crudup Show, pressing Mendoza throughout the night, but ending on the consistent foul answers, extending drives, and capitalizing on key moments. The Hurricanes had entered the game riding momentum from a physical defense for a season that put them on one win away from the national championship. But Indiana's balance, discipline, and execution ultimately proved too much. So what is happening for this? We sure do not know what's going on. And it seems like it's all going away. It's all or nothing for Miami. Now so far so fast, we have seen Miami been ups and downs in the past when they won the national championship in 2001. But not last night. No. Mark and Irvin and one of his friends watched the game on the sidelines when they saw Miami had lost the game against Indiana. They were all in tails. The Miami players are all in tails, and then this is just happened. It was a heartbreaking loss last night. But it is what it is. Now, you see Michael Irvin right now. It was hot at the being coming to heartbroken with his friend. And it's just, I mean, it's a whole lot of stuff going on. And things are like, I mean, everything. Michael Irvin watched the Miami Hurricanes lost when he was on the sidelines. And he was like, "Don't, what is going on with that?" I mean, boy, he's got to be very heartbroken. His Miami and the Miami players had to be very heartbroken. But they had to fight their tails. They had to do all this over again. Since the program has just being built back in the beginning in the 80s and the 90s. Then 2020 in 2001 they won the national championship. 2003 they got wild when Ohio beat them, and then on last night and then beat them. Boy, very heartbreaking to watch. But they will be next year. Miami will build up, and they'll do it again. Hopefully, they'll go again. They're going to win. Another, they're going to win a national championship for the Indiana Hoosiers. They did it. They won it, and they won it, and they won it as national champs. No losses this season. Just 16-0. That's going to do it for now. Joseph Crudup here. And subscribe this video on YouTube, becoming a fan member on the Joseph Crudup Show. Also, share with friends and your family. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon on the Joseph Crudup Show. And God bless.